Kahapon po kasi, in-invite po ni Secretary Remulla si Curly Discaya na ngayon ay naka-contempt sa Senado. So sumulat po si Secretary kay Senate President Tito Soto at kay Sergeant of Arms din ng Senado para i-escort po si Curly dito sa DOJ ngayon. Ngayon po, sasama sa meeting sila PD, Program Director ng WPP, at saka po si Secretary Remulla para alamin po kung ano po yung sitwasyon ni Curly. Babasahin din po niya yung kanyang affidavit para tignan po ni Secretary kung sapat na po ba yung information na ibibigay ni Curly Discaya, at sana po ay makasama rin si Sara Discaya para malaman po natin kung papasa siya sa evaluation para maging protected witness po siya. Gusto ko lang ilinaw na may kaibahan po yung protected witness sa state witness. Yung protected witness po, yun po yung jurisdiction ng WPP. Kumbaga po, we will see kung may risk po sa kanilang buhay at kung worthy sila ng protection ng WPP. Yung state witness po kasi, we will find that out later on in the case. Pag meron na pong naka-file na kaso sa korte, we will have to move for the discharge of the witness to become a state witness. And that's when the state immunity comes in. At this point, we are only going to determine whether or not they can be protected witnesses. So, yun po yung purpose ng meeting natin ngayon.
Pero requirement pa rin, sir. Anong requirement? Yung safety lang nila kung may concern
Yes.
sa safety?
Yung
Or
risk lang po.
yung pagsasabi rin ba ng talagang lahat ng totoo tulad ng sinasabi ni Sol?
Yes. So, yung dalawang points po yun, no? So, first of all, we will check if the affidavits are truthful, genuine, authentic, complete. So, pag pumasok po dun sa criteria na yon, then we can now determine the risk that they are facing. Whether or not they are being threatened, intimidated by people that are involved in the case. So, two-step po yun. Titingnan po natin yung katotohanan, the completeness of their statements, and the veracity as well. And then we will now determine kung may risk ba talaga sila.
Sir, bukod po kay sa mga Discaya, pati daw po si Sally Santos ay gusto rin pong magpa-evaluate.
Bukas po kami doon. We want to ensure the safety of all the witnesses who are willing to come out. And this is actually also an offer to all those who also want to be protected as witnesses if they have anything or any information that they can share with the department. Nauna na po si Curly Discaya this morning. If Sally Santos also wants to join and apply for protection, she may as well. And this is a call to all those who are involved to come forward with their information para ma-evaluate po natin. We can assure that all these conversations will be kept confidential and will be kept within the department as the investigation continues.
Okay, sir, ano po yung condition niya para sa pagiging protected witness nila? Ano yung condition na ng DOJ?
Well, kailangan po maging truthful. Kailangan sabihin po lahat ng nalalaman nila. We cannot afford to be selective in this process dahil po that will affect their application doon sa pagiging protected witness.
Sir, sumagot na po ba si Sara Discaya sa invite to meeting?
Wala po kaming na-receive na reply sa kanya. The only reason why we had to write to the Senate President was because si Curly Discaya was held under contempt yesterday. Kaya po, kailangan talaga magsulat dahil sila po yung may jurisdiction over Curly Discaya.
Sir, kapag sinabing protected witness, paano set up?
There are several layers or several tiers to the protection that we can afford. Karamihan po dun sa ating mga witnesses, generally, nasa shelter po sila. Pero dahil po may kakayahan naman po itong mga Discaya, they may opt for an out-of-shelter option. So, that is yet to be seen dun sa evaluation at sa request po nila.
Sir, kapag out of shelter, bibigyan niyo sila ng security?
Yes. Opo.
From PNP? Or
From the WPP po. Meron po tayong specialized officers whose expertise really involve yung protection of witnesses.
Sir, what if yung mga lumapit sa inyo ng mga witnesses, gusto magpasailalim sa WPP, contradicting, magkakaiba, parang magkakasalungat yung kanila pong mga salaysay? How do you evaluate that? How do you...
Yeah, that's a very good question. Actually, posibleng mangyari yun na magkasalungat ang mga statements ng mga witnesses natin. And that, again, will go into the veracity and truthfulness of their statements. Obviously, if there are two statements that are contradictory, then one of them is lying. And obviously, we have to get to the bottom of that. And that will affect their application for protection. So we encourage all witnesses who plan to come forward to make sure that they come with the truth. At hindi siya, it's not meant to derail the investigation, but in fact help the investigation.
Paano kung nalaman natin mali yung impormasyon, pagsisinungaling, pagtatagulang sa kanilang, kumbaga, accountability?
Protection is a privilege. Kaya at any given time, if the truthfulness is attacked, or we find out that there are statements meant to derail or distract the investigation, that privilege can be taken away as well.
So sir, pwede din ito eventually maging, kumbaga, makakasuhan pa sila, pwede maging detention from protection.
Opo, kasi ang basehan naman po kasi namin ay sworn statements at mga salaysay, no? Affidavits. Kaya po, if there are any statements that are untruthful, then we can also sue for perjury. So again, we don't want to get to that point. Pero po, we hope that from the very first instance, magiging truthful po sila.
So
Part ng terms ba ng pag-state witness, you can't leave the country, obviously.
Again, sorry.
If you're a state witness, you won't be allowed to leave the country. Ano effect nito?
Opo, usually ganun po talaga. Kasi pag state witness po kasi, di ba, as I distinguished earlier, that comes later on in the case. The presumption there is meron na talaga silang kaso. And they are under the jurisdiction of the court. So let's not confuse yung protected witness tsaka state witness.
Sir, yun nga sir, parang pakiclarify yun nga, pag state witness, kailan papasok yun kapag may kasuhan ng nagaganap?
Opo. And dahil po meron na tayong Independent Commission for Infrastructure, then all cases will have to be screened and vetted by them as well. We do not want to do a parallel effort, especially when there is also the ICI. It is not meant to be a parallel task force or parallel effort, but more of a team or concerted effort between the DOJ and the ICI. So you can expect in the next few days na mag-coordinate na po kami kay ICI to determine and identify what the mechanisms are.
Sir, kasama ba dun sa mga conditions natin yung kahandaang magbalik ng mga nakuha nga pong pondo ng bayan?
Ano po yun? Sorry?
Kasama po ba dun sa mga conditions sa pag-uusapan with them is yung kahandaang ibalik?
We can expect po na yun po yung ibibring up ni Secretary Remulla. Sa tingin po kasi ni Secretary, hindi naman po pwedeng bigyan ng immunity ang isang tao kung hindi pa siya, kung unjustly enriched po siya. Kumbaga, in other words, na meron siyang nakuhang pera in a very illegal way and we are allowing them to take home that money without any repercussions. At immune pa tuloy sila. We don't want that situation. It's a very awkward and sa tingin po namin, it is not the right the way to go about things. Kaya the Secretary is very stringent and very stern in his condition and demand to return the money first before anything.
Saka it shows sincerity at the end.
It shows sincerity of the witnesses if they are willing to acknowledge that they have taken money in an illegal manner, such as corruption, before they are able to tell the truth, and I think it will supplement the truth if they are able to give back what is not rightfully theirs.
Thank you, sir.
Okay? Thank you.